What up, guys? This is Albert. Today, we are on top of a roof, but not just any roof. We are on top where the legendary cultural staple of Rhode Island sits, the Big Blue Bug. We talk about the Big Blue Bug all the time. Everyone in Rhode Island knows what the Big Blue Bug is. It is huge. It's pretty big if you see it. Show you the Big Blue Bug, and we also are going to talk to the owner and let you know about the history and the idea behind the Blue Bug. Stick around.
How you feeling? Did you say any last words to Serena?
Big Blue Bug, baby. So Brian, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a blast to be up there to see that thing from close. It doesn't feel like it's that big when you're driving, but I was actually like, I did a quick video and I'm looking, I'm like, holy shit, this is like a big blue bug.
Exactly. 58 feet long, 9 feet tall, and it weighs 4,000 pounds.
Yeah. So tell me more about how did this thing get started?
Yeah, so my grandfather started the company back in 1935. In 1980, my father was looking around and found a building specifically right along the highway. And he chose this building because he wanted the #1 most frequented spot on the highway. And he figured he'd put up a billboard or something and everyone would see it. And the highway was still relatively new at that time.
Yeah.
And then what they decided, they got together with their advertiser, my grandfather, my father, and they're all talking. And my father said, why are we doing a billboard? Let's do something different, something unique, something special. And at the time, termites were our #1 pest. And so what did they decide to do? Put up a replica of a termite.
And then how long did it take from the time to decide? Did you guys have any difficulties with the city to put up a Big Blue Bug up there, or they said, hey, just go for it? We know this is going to be a cultural stamp. So
right. I don't think anyone knew it at that point, but obviously a lot of the restrictions were much different 40 plus years ago. And so, but when they did first put it up, my father was really nervous. He said, you know, what if people think it's an eyesore? What if people don't really want to see insect on top of the roof? And so what ended up happening was they put it on the roof, and a few weeks later, people started saying traffic backed up to that Big Blue Bug. And before you know it, the name just took off, it stuck, and now all of a sudden it became a landmark everyone passed by. Yeah, so we got a lot of times magazines from around the country asking us, saying, you guys are so unique, so different, so special, you got to be, you know, some sort of roadside attraction. And so whenever they list roadside attractions, usually we're on it. Here's one from National Geographic for Kids, going over all the cool things kids could see while they're driving by. And that's actually one of the things that parents always tell us. They say, I can't get my kid to go to the dentist, but when I tell them, hey, we're going to drive by the Big Blue Bug, then they're willing to go. Yeah, we're often featured in a lot of only in Rhode Island type stuff, and we love posters like this, especially when you're talking about why people should move to Rhode Island and what makes it so special. And, you know, it's the bug, but it's also all the other stuff, hot wieners, and, you know, you name it, it's all on the list. Dells, you know, the mansions. Rhode Island's a pretty cool state. That was from when we were in Family Guy.
Okay.
Yeah. They didn't ask us.
From Seth MacFarlane, or?
No, they didn't ask us. We've talked to a lot of the co-creators and some of the other people.
So was that the name of the company before? Was it the same? Or?
Nope. So the name of the company used to be New England Pest Control. And then 10 years ago, as a bug just kept getting more and more famous, and my brother and I came into the business, my father said, it's time. We got to change the name. It's been too long.
We've been fighting for too long.
Right. Everybody in the state knew the bug, but not everyone knew the name of the company. So we were New England Pest Control, but a lot of people didn't know that that's who the bug was.
Yeah.
And so we said, we got to put the bug in the name.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I mean, that's like, I'm into marketing, and I'm always like looking at different ideas of people, especially small businesses that people do creative things. And it always blows my mind. The idea that you bought your father, right? Your father bought the building, and then you were able to put that, which is, I mean, what, 100,000 cars maybe drive by here? I don't know.
Exactly. The numbers keep changing, and so it's hard for us to keep track of. But we do know when we first moved here, this was the most frequented part in the entire state, and that's why we chose it. But you're talking about marketing, right?
Yeah.
Talk about accidental marketing. The bug was originally purple. And so if you look under a microscope, and this is an eastern subterranean swarming termite, if you look under a microscope, the bug looks purple. It's got a little purple tint. It's black to the naked eye, but when you look closely, there's a purple tint. And my father wanted to make it exact, so he made a big purple bug on the roof, right? And it was purple, and it was beautiful, and it was there. And then what ended up happening is the sun kept fading it to blue really quickly, and everyone started referring to it as a big blue bug. And so then the name stuck, and my father said, "Why am I fighting it? Let's just keep it blue." And we're now the big blue bug.
That's
yeah.
Awesome. That's great. Well, thank you again. Thank you so much for doing this. We had a blast. We've been talking about doing this Mason knows for I don't know, like weeks or even months, I feel like. I love the idea that we had the opportunity to get up there. I think the video is going to come out great. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. So excited for this. We've been trying to do this for a long time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, any more questions about the big blue bug, about Rhode Island, if you're thinking about moving here, you know where to find us.